Hello everyone. So welcome all joining today TAIS AI Talk Series H1, Artificial Intelligence Emerging Opportunity and Challenge and the Implication for Policy and Research. Let me introduce myself. I'm Jerry Chong, a Master of Engineering Management student, come President of the Tsinghua Artificial Intelligence Association of International Students, TAIS. I will be the host for today's session. And here is our event flow. So we will go with the introduction of our association and the guest speaker sharing, and followed by lastly the Q&A session. So our history, TAIS is founded in 2019 by a group of AI enthusiastic Tsinghua students, which aim to explore the potential of human and artificial intelligence among the Tsinghua students. And currently, the TAIS team students coming from 13 countries across the world. And currently, we already have organized successfully few events. So, for example, the hackathons, the AI SDG disaster reduction competition, and also some other hackathon. So you can see on the left bottom is our logo, and the right is our TAIS associated affiliation, which is the International Student Scholar Center. Here is some of our past events that have been organized by us. Like on the left, you can see Get Started but with AI, and then we have some collaboration with the AI for blockchain for everyone. And the right, you can see is a AI mini conference. And now I will introduce on our guest speaker, so which is the Professor Kris Singh. So Professor Kris Singh is a CEO at the SRII, Palo Alto at the California, United States. At the same time, he also the visiting professor at the Tsinghua University. So without further ado, now we invite our guest speaker to start the sharing. During his session, kindly ensure that your mic is mute all the time. And if you have any question during his sharing, feel free to drop in the chat box and we will share it accordingly during the Q&A section. So, Professor Kris, so now you are allowed to share your screen. I will stop my sharing. Okay, we can see your screen.
All right. Hello, everyone. Can you all hear me okay?
Yes, we can hear you.
Yes, we can hear you.
Yes, Professor. Yes, we can.
Wonderful, wonderful. So I think many of you online here are from some of the other IED programs, right? So I have shared this program with many groups. So I assume many of the people online, they have participated or they plan to participate in the IED program. And we will discuss this subject also in great detail in our next program, which is in March. Obviously, today we have a limited time. Let me see how I can share my screen. Hold on. New share.
Yeah, we already saw your screen.
But I could not change my screen. Hold on.
Oh, okay, sure.
Okay, hold on. No, I think I just a second. Now I think I'm okay. Okay, hold on. All right. So hello, everyone. Very glad to connect and reconnect with many of you. So today's topic is artificial intelligence. And when Jerry invited me, I talked to him and I immediately agreed to talk on this subject for obvious reason. This topic is probably the most hottest subject in the field of technology, not just in technology, but economy, society as a whole. As you know, I'm located here in Silicon Valley, where I have been part of the technology industry for last 25 years or so. And I have been part of many large companies and have been a lifelong student of technology, from transistors and computers to internet and all this new phenomenon now, artificial intelligence. So technology always is a very exciting subject for me, and that's why I also teach at Tsinghua University. And our purpose of teaching is mainly to share not just technologies for the sake of technology, but how technology gets applied to sectors of economy, and particularly young people and students like you, how you can build a much better career and be more productive citizen of your society. So let me walk you through this is a very big topic. And obviously time is very limited. So what I will try to do is cover some key points, and I will save some time for us to do Q&A at the end, in the last 10, 15 minutes. And you can send some of your questions through the chat box, and I will try to cover as many as possible. But as I said before, this is a big subject, and I plan to discuss a lot more in our program. And also, I plan to do more discussion on this subject in future, because I work with many companies and organizations here in Silicon Valley involved in AI. In fact, if you look at all the big AI players, companies, they're all here in Silicon Valley. Google and OpenAI and Amazon and Microsoft, you name it, all the top players who are involved driving AI, they're all located within 10, 15 miles from where I live. And I have very many friends. I work with those companies. So this is so exciting. And I want to share with all of you what's happening. So the agenda looks like this. I will first, I also assume that not all of you are close to technology and are up to date on AI and all the changes in the digital technology happening around the world. So I'll briefly bring you up to speed, how digital society has evolved. And then I'll go into more specific AI discussions, okay? Some of you who have attended my class, this is my very favorite slide I show in every class. And this is just to reorient all of us, we as a human, how we have evolved over the last thousands and thousands and thousands of years of our history. Starting with the Stone Age to more steam engine, to electrical industrial engine, and then finally coming to building cars. But I would not take you further into these years because I wasn't there. We were not any of us were here, but we know the history. What I can discuss with you is what has happened in the last quote unquote digital era, which has started with 1960s when transistor was built and the computers, we started building computers and internet was built. So all these things, digital technology, digital economy has evolved from late 1960s to now today. So in last 60 some years, the whole world has become digital because of the fast growth of technology, industry, technology, products, solutions, services. And the second most important thing is that the rate, how fast technology is changing and how fast it is affecting the economy and society. That's a phenomenon. So it's very important for all of us to understand the field of technology and how it connects to society and economy. And that's the purpose of my program that I teach at Tsinghua University. IED program is Innovation and Entrepreneurship for Digital Economy. Now, this slide is putting the same perspective much more in a sort of in a business era. All of you have heard about Industry 1.0, 2, 3, 4, and now I call them Industry 5.0. 5.0 is still very, very new. But this talks about how human society has been industrialized from a steam engine to automotive industry. And then Industry 3.0 is where we learn how to build transistors, how we build computers, how we started building internet. So all of our discussion will happen in this era, Industry 3.0, 4, 5, and so on. So from transistors to internet, to all this new smartphone and mobile technology and chat and search and artificial intelligence, all these things are happening as we speak and happening at a very, very fast rate. Some of you who follow quote unquote AI, ChatGPT, which is one of the OpenAI product that's got announced in November. In just 1 month, they have 1 million people signed up. This is the fastest consumer adoption of any application ever happened. So that tells you how fast the technologies are changing and how fast people are jumping on the new technology. The other important thing here is on this slide is the rate of change from one industry to another. So if you look at from the old mechanical, from agriculture mechanical system going to more electrical, happened 120 years. It took from manual to electrical. It took from electrical to computer 70 years. Now going from computer to internet, 30 years. Now internet to going to mobile and all this new technology is just 20 years. So the point here is the rate of change and adoption happening much, much faster. So the key point here is in next 10, 20 years, the society and economy and technology will be far more different than what you see today. So the talks like this is very, very important for all of us to learn and continue to learn how things are happening and how things are changing, okay? Now coming back to the AI, we all have heard about artificial intelligence, heard about all how AI is changing the world. And very true, if you look at the bigger picture of AI is a very big subject, and particularly for people like me and anyone who in technology, AI connects every pieces of technology. That's why it's so big. It's no longer just microprocessor or hardware or software. It affects from infrastructure to application to industry. So that's why AI is such a big subject and big field, because it has implications, it has impact, it has technology at every layer of the economy, every layer of society, technology. So this is just to show the importance. But before I take you to the AI, this is something we need to understand what AI is all about, because this is something is not everyone understands, and where we have come from, where we are today, and where we are headed. So I put this a slide for all of us to kind of reorient ourselves to understand the quote unquote the history of AI. So the term AI is very old. In fact, it was started in 1956 at a conference at Dartmouth University, where a bunch of scientists and professors got together to discuss the subject of intelligent machine. At that time, intelligent machine was built out of vacuum tube or mechanical system. There was no transistor, no computer. But these researchers were smart enough to talk about this subject of intelligent machines based on the machines built at the time, right? And they started thinking about how to make machines who are as intelligent as humans. That was their goal. And they did a bunch of algorithms and bunch of theoretical formulas to drive that subject of, and in fact, that's where they also coined this term artificial intelligence. But what happened is then for next 20 years, not much happened. From 60s to 80s, we call them AI winter, means AI was very dormant, very little progress because the technology was very limited. People were all theoretical physicists and theoreticians and scientists, but they did not have the right tools to really make the machine any more intelligent or intelligent to a point where it can be compared to human intelligence, okay? Then came 1980s where this quote unquote neural network subject was sort of evolved. And the reason of neural network was the purpose of the AI was to make the machines as smart as humans. But human brain works very differently than any other machine. We have neurons in our brain, and it works in a very complex multitasking. So it is based on all the neurons connecting with the different systems through our chemical and biological processes. So this is why they created neural network to simulate how our brain works, right? But the real work happened in 1990s and 2000, what is the era we are going through, where we had rise of internet, computers, microprocessors, lots of data, faster computer chips, compute power, lots of storage, cloud computing, advanced algorithm. All these things happen in this era, 90s to 2000. And that's already, even now it's happening. And this is what makes the subject of AI so interesting, because we have much more stronger compute power. In semiconductor chips, now we have 100 billion transistors, 1 billion transistor on one chip, which is nail size, right? No one could have imagined that technology in 60s or 70s, but now that is reality. So the more transistors you have on one chip, the more compute power you have, right? Now you can store data not just in your computer at your home, but you can in the cloud, infinite amount of storage. You have lots and lots of data that didn't exist before. And now we have algorithm. So for AI to advance, all these are very, very important ingredients. You need lots of data. You need a very fast compute power. You need a lot of storage, and you need algorithm. And all these things are happening, and that's what makes the quote unquote field of AI quite exciting and much more real than it was ever before. And now this new field of deep learning, which is nothing but how neural networks work, how a computer learns from the data. You don't have to program everything to the computer, but computer have enough intelligence that they can analyze and make sense out of the data and take actions, right? Let me also, while we are talking about AI, and AI goal is to make our computers as smart as human being, right? But there is a fundamental difference between computer and humans. And this is just a few things, right? Human brains are built quite differently than computers are, right? Human brain has neurons and based on neural network. Computers work on digital processing, which is sequential. Each transistor is ones and zeros, and they are given certain program what to do. If you tell computer to add 2 plus 2, you have to go convert 2 into digital and then plus sign and another 2. So all these things have to be done sequentially for computer to do. Neural network in the human brain is all based on our maturity and our experience. The brain does not do sequential processing. Brain does very complex multi-processing. So brain has a very unique way to process information compared to computers, right? Brain also best learns with experience. As we get older, we learn more things, and we have experience and expertise. We adapt. We are more creative. We have more emotions. We have feelings, right? Energy efficiency, brain only uses 20 watt of power to process all the information we do every day. You know, computers use thousands watts of power because it's very different. It's a mechanical, it's an electronic system. It has to be told, it has to be programmed to do certain things. Humans don't need those programmings. We are all based on our creativity and learning and adaptability. Of course, computers have some advantages. Processing speed and memory is much faster in the computers than the human brain. Human brains, how many things you can remember in your own brain compared to your smartphone or anything has billions of information you can store. Processing speed, the processors are much faster. Computers can do a lot of processing much faster than the human brain can do. But the key point is human brain and computer systems are not the same. So the initial goal of AI to make computers like human was somewhat misleading. They should have used the word quote unquote augmented intelligence, not, and I will come back to this artificial intelligence versus augmented intelligence, and I will discuss in a second. come back to this. I think I briefly mentioned this before. The real growth of AI is because of these quote unquote enabling technology. Our exponential growth in compute power from microprocessor, GPU, and many other special purpose hardware we are building. If you look at NVIDIA and Google and Intel and Microsoft and other companies, they're all building a special processing platform, mainly to handle tons and tons of data. Exponential growth of digital data. We have lots of data coming from IoT, sensors, social medias, and so on. I also mentioned our cloud storage. You can store information. There is no limit. And of course, we have many machine learning algorithms. This is what makes AI more exciting and possible about what AI is doing now and plan to do going forward, right? You will hear all these terms, AI, machine learning, deep learning, they're all part of the same picture. Our AI is a bigger umbrella. Machine learning is inside as a discipline, is a methodology. Deep learning is going further down, looking at much more at a neural level, how data moves at the neural levels. Machine learning is at a higher level. Artificial intelligence is the bigger umbrella. So you will hear all these terms, right? I think I covered this earlier, but this slide summarizes the history of AI in a very concise way. As I mentioned to you, 1960, 56 to be exact, this is where people were trying to make intelligent system, and they invented this word AI without really knowing what AI will look like today, right? Because they did not have those technologies. Then AI was doing all these things. You can see 60s to 2010, it was a very sort of slow progress. As I told you, AI, winter of AI, not much happened for 20, 30 years. But as soon as we built computers and internet and more data, the AI became very exciting. And now we are going into all this new era to deep learning and to now you not have to tell computer what to do. Computer will figure out based on the data it analyzes. That analysis and the data tells them what to do. Before, you have to write algorithm for every details, what computer should do this. Now computers are smart enough that based on initial guidance, they can do analysis, they can understand data, and then they can take action. And that's the whole focus of AI. How do we make our system smart so they can take action without us telling them every step, babysitting like we do computer programming or write computers, certain application for everything we do. So AI job is to help make those decisions, make those tasks automatic, okay? If you look at the AI as a field, as I said before, this is there are three bigger sort of picture. One is we call them a narrow AI, which is basically all these chat boxes, Siri and Alexa and Cortana, and you talk to them, machine tells you, you ask for some help, they will come back and give you answer through your chat box, right? Now we are going into a stage 2 where computer is smart as almost not close to human, but does a lot of human level intelligence, right? And this is called general AI. So we are in the second stage, going from, I wouldn't say we have gone completely second stage, we are going from a stage 1 to a stage 2, where machines have intelligence. Before, machine was learning. Now machines have intelligence to take action. And that's the stage we are. Going forward in future, our goal is how can machine be more self-conscious, almost like humans, like take more decisions, more intelligent. I will come back to computers will never be humans, and humans will always need to direct and manage computers. So that's another subject we can, if you have time, I can discuss with you later. But the key point is we are going from here to here, okay? A long way to go where we want to be. The ideal goal of AI is to computers and to do as much as smart work as we do at a human level, right? Uh, these are some of the specific functions of AI, and because we have a limited time, I would not discuss too much details. But you can see, you will hear all these terms: deep learning, natural language processing, machine learning, neural networks, computer vision. These are a specific task, activities, algorithms, focus areas for AI. And they drive all these other functions: supervised learning, unsupervised learning, reinforced learning, semi-supervised learning. So these are different activities, different focus areas, different technologies required to cover the field of AI as we go forward. Same picture put in a slightly different activities: predictive analytics, text speech, image recognition, right? Language processing. And all these things are part of the bigger focus of AI. AI is supposed to do all these things with the advances we are trying to make, okay? Same thing, I put it in a kind of bigger picture. Robotics, application to many sectors of industry: manufacturing, agriculture, healthcare, and so on, retail. Robots can do a lot of things more efficiently, right? And that's already happening. Robotics application to these sectors are happening very, very fast, okay? And that field is evolving. Use of AI in the car. Car is one system where technology gets used more and more now. And in the self-driving autonomous car, AI has a big role to play. Everything I talked about, from data analytics to vision recognition to pattern recognition, all of them gets used in this autonomous driving, right? Chat box is already happening everywhere. Everything is being chat box can answer most of the customer support activities. Pattern recognition, face recognition, all these are technology applications to major sectors of economy, right? If you look at the adoption of AI, this is a very interesting slide. Where AI is today being adopted, okay? As we speak today, robotics is by far the largest focus area, largest application. Computer vision, language, natural language processing, visual agent, deep learning, knowledge graph, recommend, and you can see from the top to down, right? But some of these things which are on the bottom, they are also becoming very exciting these days. As you will see, transformers and Jan and others, they're also getting a lot of attention over the last several months. But this kind of gives you a very good picture of our current adoption of AI. Okay, this is something that when these people who term this artificial intelligence, I think they meant augmented intelligence. I don't think they meant artificial intelligence the way they wrote. They defined AI is to replace human intelligence or create a system which is as smart as human. But as we learn more, we realize there's a big difference between human brain and a computer system. So what this chart shows is these are the AI goals. AI was designed to do this thing, but in reality is happening this, okay? And this, what's happening today, is not quote, it really is augmented intelligence. Means here human work with the computer system. So computer system provides you needed intelligence to do your task better. So it's more augmentation than replacement of human intelligence. Okay, so the AI has some connotation that AI is going to replace human, and we don't need human intelligence. Computers can do everything. And that's not at all correct. That's misleading. The fact is, computers are going to help us get more productive, right? Make us more smarter, right? Computers will not take away because there's very unique things humans have that computers can never have. So my key point here is we are really talking about augmented intelligence in reality, even though sometimes we use the word artificial intelligence. But I just want you to understand what's really happening and what's the difference between artificial and augmented. Okay. All right, let me quickly, I think I touched upon this before, but let me summarize some of the recent advances in AI. Many of you have heard about GPT-3, which just had gotten a lot of attention over the last few months from OpenAI, which is a natural language processing. It talks to you like human. You ask them some question, they give you a text of all the answers. If you don't like the answer, you can ask them again. They will give you more answers. They will give you more answers. So you are talking to an AI system, which is an AI-enabled chat box. And you can talk to them on any subject, and they will try to get the best answer possible. Obviously, there is. Can you mute? Somebody mic is on.
Yeah, let me mute all the participants. Yeah.
Yeah, Professor, please open the mic.
Hi, Professor. We cannot hear you. Sorry.
Oh, it's okay. I think you unmuted everybody, right? Okay.
Yeah.
So GPT-3, self-driving car, computer vision, machine learning, navigation tools, all these things are needed in the system, right? Robotics is being used in all major sectors: healthcare, manufacturing, agriculture, logistics, reinforced learning, Neuralink. Elon Musk is building this connection between brain and a computer interface. AlphaPort is a focus on protein 3D structure analysis, quantum computing, DeepMind, and so on. There are many subjects of that is part of the quote unquote recent focus in AI. Okay. As I said, because of the time, I'll move on to some more other important topics because we have another 20 minutes or so. GPT-3 and Google BERT. So this is a very hot topic, and the reason I brought that up because I am very close to these companies, and I will share with you all the companies who are in Silicon Valley. Most of the AI big players are here. And I happen to have a lot of colleagues and organizations. I work with them. So I am very intimately connected with their projects and programs. So you will hear about GPT-3 just got announced, and Google had a very reaction or how to catch up. They felt that Google has been considered the leader because of their search engine. They were the leader of the search and AI technology, but GPT from OpenAI has kind of surprised everyone, including Google, what they're able to do. So now Google is trying to catch up with their new program called BERT. And both are very powerful language models, but there are some distinct differences. GPT is trained on over 570 gigabytes of data. BERT has only 3.3 gigabytes of data. So there's a big difference. OpenAI has a huge advantage or lead in building this GPT-3, right? Architecture, GPT-3 has transformer-based architecture with 175 billion parameters, while BERT uses transformer-based. They also use transformer, but they have only 340 million parameters. So again, there is, I'm not trying to make a point which company is better. They're all very good companies, but what I'm trying to mention here is OpenAI has, because of many companies working together, has come up with a very attractive and very advanced architecture of this large language model called GPT, and now they're working on GPT-4. Google will obviously will try to match, And I think one of the reasons Google sort of did not take this seriously, because Google has been the king of the search business. And they did not want to disturb or affect their search business by creating any other new technologies, because every time you create new technology, it affects your old business. So this is a very big challenge in IT industry. And I have been part of big companies, Intel, IBM, where each of these companies become a godfather in one area. And sometimes we become too comfortable to look at new changes or to bring new changes, because you are the godfather, you are the leader of one business. Like Intel was the leader of microprocessor, compute processor. Now AMD and NVIDIA is challenging them. In fact, they have taken lead. IBM used to be the leader of the computer industry. Now IBM is trying to figure out their next direction. So company who were the godfather at some point, they if they don't keep innovating, they can fall behind. Interesting thing about GPT and Google and BERT, and this is I just saw it 2 days ago, where Elon Musk was one of the founding member of OpenAI. This is where GPT came, and then he later he withdrew from that membership for maybe some personal reasons. But he has some issue with OpenAI in terms of how OpenAI is today being managed in terms of technology, architecture, and his main concern is Microsoft is putting a lot of money in OpenAI. They have agreed to put $10 billion to drive this OpenAI platform. So Elon Musk's concern is OpenAI is supposed to be open platform, open source. If you get aligned to one company, you take so much money from one company, you become more one company technology. So that is his biggest challenge. And now he's saying he's going to go build another platform which will challenge OpenAI platform, AI platform. So this is going to be very interesting between OpenAI, Google, and now Elon Musk is talking about creating his own AI platform. And Elon Musk is one of those people, you can never underestimate him. That guy has some unique intelligence. He does some lot of different things, from building, a car to a space shuttle to Neuralink, and I'm not sure how his brain works, but he is very unique, strange, but very, very technically smart. So you can never underestimate him. But anyway, I just gave you some ideas. Let's talk about a few things. Some of you are in research and a student, so I want to talk about where you as a researcher and as a student should learn and focus. So data quality and quantity. So AI foundation is a data. Everything AI does is based on the data. Okay? AI needs lots and lots of data, and they need good data, clean data, data which makes sense, not garbage. Okay? And as you know today, data quality in the industry is still very, very not clean. 80% data is unstructured. We don't understand. Only 20% data we have some meanings. So there's a lot of room for improving data quality and data quantity. So there's one area, any of you who are student or researchers, data should be one of your big focus. The AI could be biased depending upon what algorithm you use, what data you use. Your decisions, your judgment from AI can be misleading. AI needs to explain and be more transparent. Today, AI gives you some information or some decisions, but you don't know how the decisions were made. What data did they use? What algorithm they used? So we need more transparency, more explaining to do, right? We need more robust, more security, right? We need better human AI collaboration. It's not that AI is going to replace human. They need to learn how to connect with human better, right? And humans should control AI, not the other way around. Okay? Ethical consideration. How do you drive ethics? Computer has no way to understand ethics. Okay? Energy efficiency, as I mentioned to you, to run AI depends on all these compute engine, the data, and computers and data centers, right? There is thousands and thousands of watts of energy required. How do we get that kind of energy to run this AI system at a global level? And of course, I mentioned security. So these are big subject challenge as well as focus for research. So some of you who are involved in AI, I think these are very important topics for you to get deeper. Okay. I think I discussed this before. AI needs governance. Now, if we are relying on AI decisions, the government has to connect. Government has to put policies and regulations to manage all these rules around AI. Okay, so this is a big subject. Okay, let me move on to. Okay, so these are the major players, as I mentioned, and as I said, most of them are here in the Silicon Valley. And I must say, this is AI is number one agenda for all these companies. If you talk to those companies, they will all tell you, I'm an AI company. Okay? AI has become their number one focus. They all have different sort of focus, different progress, different successes. But Google, OpenAI, Microsoft, Tesla, all these are big players, okay? I think I mentioned this before, different stages of AI, the narrow AI, the general AI, and advanced AI. All right, skills for AI. So if everything is driven by AI, and AI becoming such a big topic, for the industry needs these skills, and all of you in the university need to learn these skills, because these are the skills needed to run our future of economy, which is going to be, we call them AI economy. Okay, so some of them are hardcore technology, some of them are also business focused. So programming languages, you must learn as much about different programming languages. Learn mathematics and statistics. Learn about machine learning, how machine really works inside. What is natural language processing? How do you talk to computer? How computer understands you? And how they convert your language in and processes your language inside, right? Understand data science. How do we collect data? How do we analyze data? How do we make sense out of the data, right? How do we visualize data? Cognitive science, right? Also about how does our brain works and how brain and computer can connect better, right? You also need to know the domain knowledge, depending on your interest, healthcare, in manufacturing, agriculture, e-commerce, retail, transportation. Each sector has own unique business models, unique things to do. So you need to also understand the particular industry depending upon your interest. You can learn expertise or different sectors. Robotics is a big field of AI. Okay. You also must understand the business acumen. You must understand ethics, must be creative, communication. So these are some of the things that AI cannot do. The business, ethics, creativity, communications, this is where human complement AI, and AI needs humans to support them, right? Okay. Skills AI cannot replace: creativity. Humans are still superior at creativity, right? Collaboration and teamwork, interpersonal skills, critical thinking, emotional intelligence, adaptability, moral awareness. These are something that machine cannot work at this level. This is why human skills are always needed and why computers will need to work with humans. Okay. I think I covered this topic, augmented versus artificial. Uh, Artificial was designed to replace human intelligence with machine. Augmented intelligence seeks to enhance human intelligence through use of technology. So this is a more appropriate definition than the first one. Okay. As I said before, AI systems have limitations and cannot replicate certain aspects of human intelligence, creativity, intuition, empathy, moral reasoning. Therefore, it's more accurate to refer AI as augmented intelligence. So that was my point I mentioned earlier. Why the better word is augmented intelligence, not quote unquote artificial intelligence, because artificial intelligence has a different connotation. It has a connotation of replacing human intelligence with machine, which is not the case. This is just a simple example, but I will skip. This is simply showing how AI is being used, applied to different sectors of economy. Every sector, AI touches every sector of economy, some more or less, but everyone will get on bandwagon. Okay. This is just one example of healthcare. Healthcare is one of the largest sector all over the world. Here is what AI can do better job if you have AI connected with our system. All these subjects, and I will not go into details. You can see it. I will share these slides with all of you. You can ask Jerry to. I'll ask Jerry to post it. I want to save some time for us to have discussion. This is again showing how healthcare is being completely retransformed or innovated because of the AI, robotics, assisted surgery, virtual nursing, administrative workforce. So all these things are a good example of how AI is helping different sectors of industry. Okay. This is just a small chart, show how many startups are coming in AI, because AI is such a big field and there are room for many people to solve specific problems. So this is just a simple example of there are hundreds of AI focused startups built just in last few years, addressing different areas where AI can be applied. Okay. Okay, I think I have covered very fast, but I wanted to save some time. I will stop here and I will ask you two questions because I have about 10 minutes left. But I will remind you about our program that I mentioned earlier, this Tsinghua program that we teach twice a year. Our next program is in March. And AI will be one big topic. We'll spend more than 2 hours on this subject. Also, in my program, I invite other speakers. So AI discussion in this program, I will invite people from Google, invite people from OpenAI, invite people from Amazon, and they all can share their specific area of expertise, what these people are doing. So you will get to hear and learn a lot more specific. Today, because of a limited time, I could have invited more people, but 1 hour wasn't enough to invite and have more discussion. But I wanted to share with you kind of bigger picture of AI, where we have come from, where we are today, where we are headed, what are the opportunities, what are the challenges, and what you students and researchers need to focus in terms of a skill building, in terms of research focus, and how do you connect with industry and learn different industry issues and challenges. So I will stop here and I will stop sharing these slides and I will connect and talk to you, okay? Let me stop sharing first and then I'll come back to. All right, now I'm back to you. So ask me any question. I had one person send me a text message. I don't have the name, but asked me about AI application in aeronautics. I'm not sure if the person is online, but I will answer her question because she sent me the message. Aeronautics is a big field for AI applications. If you look at how airplanes fly and run and the whole airline business runs, the airplane itself goes through massive amount of maintenance and has billions of parts inside. Just imagine AI system which can monitor important parts of the maintenance of the aircraft and tell you in advance before any problem happens. Today, maintenance is done by people who go manually check them, and you fix them when something goes wrong. AI system can tell you in advance what can happen in future. All the other activities from baggage claim to ticket counters to many things involved in airline business and managing the aircraft, even designing the aircraft, how the aircrafts are designed. Today, a lot of AI tools are being used in different models of AI in terms of understanding the dynamics, the airflow, their comfort inside. A lot of things goes on designing aircraft. And AI can be a very, very big help. And in fact, they are already looking at many AI applications and products for aeronautics applications. So I hope I answered your question. Whoever asked me this question. Now I'll ask for other questions. Let me see chat box.
Yeah, hi, Professor. Yeah, so there's a question, I think,
Yes.
asked by Ayo. So thank you, sir, for a very interesting talk. As a medical practitioner here, one of our major issue has been explainability of this result, like you have been mentioned. Doctor just don't trust the result. So do you think that this problem can be resolved anytime soon? Are there currently way or research to solve this problem? Actually, understanding how the result came to be.
Let me get the question. Explainability practitioner. Okay, a medical practitioner here. One of the major issue has been explainability these results, like you have mentioned, doctors. All right, very good. So let me tell you, this is a very, very good question. I have several members in my family who are doctors. So I'm maybe somewhat biased, and I have many friends who are doctors. Doctors by profession, if you look at their how doctors practice and how they run their business, most doctors are very mechanical, they have not relied too much in IT tools. They rely on talking to patient and patient talking to doctor. Now the hospitals and medical systems are forcing doctors to use technology more and more. But in general, most doctors are not too comfortable. So there is some cultural shift. Doctors need to adopt and be more comfortable with technology. If you are not comfortable with technology, how can you make your patient more comfortable, right? You need to appreciate the technology, the values, and only then you can explain to the patient. So there is a lot of learning at all level. But I'm not saying all doctors. Many doctors do quite well, but I think there is a lot of learning has to happen. But I must say, from technology side, healthcare is one of the top focus area for the IT industry and application of AI, and it's happening very, very fast. I would also say it's not 100% perfect, but we are making a very very big progress there. Okay. Okay.
Yeah. Thank you, Professor.
One thing I must say that this I tried to cover a lot of topics, but I may have gone too fast. I asked Jerry first if you can extend this talk to 1.5 to 2 hours, because this is a big subject, very big subject. I'm not sure if I did justice by covering those big topics in a very short time, but at least you got the picture, right? Okay. but we will
Yeah.
have more discussion in future. Okay.
Sure. So due to time limitation, so we will have one more, I think the last question. So
Okay.
asked by Sandeep Khatri. So thank you, Professor, for the talk. So how can AI help in reforming the higher education system? The establishment of AI such as ChatGPT seems to be threat to some and boon to some. How do you see it?
AI is very good. So education is another very big field for innovation as a whole. And this is why you know that I teach at Tsinghua and many other universities. One of my major focus is how do we innovate our education system? Our education system today is quite primitive, very old. We are teaching subjects. You know, I'm civil engineer, I'm mechanical, I'm industrial, I'm computer science, I'm electrical engineering, I'm business. All these things are old fashioned. So AI has a huge role in terms of number one, AI can help you learn any subject in the world without going and listening to the old fashioned education system, right? You know, of course, you can go to school to get your formal education, but there are many other platforms that you can learn, which is even more productive than just being in the classroom and learning the old subjects. So AI gives you a subjects you can pick. You can learn at your pace. You can learn the subject you like, right? These are all online programs are being offered from all over the world. It is a very classic example of AI. And now you can interact with those programmers and programs online and create your own curriculum, right? So the online education is a very good example where AI and technology can be a very big help to provide new skills. As I said, I've gone to school for many years, but I must tell you, I'm a student every single day. I'm always a student. I spend many hours every day learning new things. So learning never stops. And learning, I don't learn by going to class. I learn through quote unquote technology online, through AI, right? Even for AI, for this talk, I spent several hours how I can condense things to make it 1 hour so you can get the bigger picture, right? So yes, there's a big room for application of AI in education, but education as a whole, and I will request you to come and attend this class that I teach in March. I'm sure many of you have registered. That's the main focus of the class, driving innovation in our education system and making education much more innovative, much more entrepreneurial than old-fashioned subject-based education system. And AI and technology has a huge role to play, okay? Okay. All right. I will take one more question. If you have any more question, or let me. I have you have all have my WeChat. I forgot to share the slide. You can let me show you my email and the WeChat. You can send me message. Let me see. Hold on. Share. Just a second. Okay, I think somebody else is sharing, right? Oh, sorry. Jerry. Okay, let me share my slide. I want to show them my email. Just a second. Okay, here. Okay, you can email me. You can. I have put a WeChat barcode here, but WeChat I try to respond. Emails may not be the best way to connect because I get thousands of email every day. I'm not always very timely on email response, but I will try to respond. Okay. But anyway, thanks to all of you, and I look forward to having a more discussion. And Jerry, thanks for hosting this subject. And as I said before, this subject is very important to me. as a technology student, I want to make sure we share about AI to as many people around the world and get everyone to understand AI in a real way. Okay. Okay.
Yeah, thank you, Professor. So
Thank you,
let me
Professor.
do-
Thank you very much.
Yeah. So
Thank you.
before-
Thanks. Yes. Go ahead.
Yeah, for everyone that interested to follow up on
Thank
our
you,
events, so
Professor.
feel free to join the QR code or also follow us on the social media platform. And yeah, we thank you everyone for joining this session. Yeah, we are glad to be in this call. Yeah, hope to see you soon.
Thank you.
Thanks, Jerry. Thanks, Hulda.
Thank
Hulda
you.
also did it. Hulda, you did a
Jerry,
good
please,
job.
can you share the QR code on our WeChat group? The LinkedIn QR code.
Hulda is my big help. Hulda, can you provide my details, because she knows everything about me. She has my bank account. She has my credit card. She has all the access to my personal information. Right, Hulda? Right?
Almost,
don't-
Prof.
Don't,
Almost.
don't give them my credit
Hold
card
on.
and bank account. Okay.
Okay, I will. Okay,
Or-
I will put my WeChat in the chat, so you can add me and then I add you to the groups. The
Yes.
TAIS group or the entrepreneurship program and any program organized by Chris. I can add you.
Please, Uda, we need the PPT of the presentation made by the professor, please.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay,
Professor.
thank
But
you, guys.
I will charge you $100 per slide. Is it okay?
Sorry.
Just kidding. My teaching is always free. I don't charge anything. All right.
Thank you. Thank
All
you,
right, guys.
Professor.
Have
Great
fun,
moment.
and I wish you all the best, and keep in touch. All right. Take care,
Thank
guys.
you, Prof.
All right.
Thank you,
Bye
everyone.
bye.
for
See
showing
you.
up.
Thank you.
Thank you, Professor, and everyone for joining.
Bye bye. Thanks.
Okay, see you all. Have a great day ahead.
Yeah, thank you so much. See you,
Thank you,
Charlie.
Jerry.
Thank you.
Thank you, Hoda.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, Professor.
Thank you so
Bye.
much. See you.
See you.
Yes, see you. Thank you very much. شكرا.
Hey, Jerry. Jerry, can you hear me?
I think he already off, Hoda.
Yeah, you can stop recording.
Oh, okay.